Okay, now time for a quick exam question. It's 6 marks, so we have 6 minutes. First, let's read the question. A train travels 9 kilometres from station A to station B. It takes 15 minutes. State the equation linking average speed, distance moved and time taken. Well, you can see we are being tested on our ability to know and recall the equation. State simply means to write down, so let's do that. Average speed equals distance divided by time. Words are better than symbols here, so there is absolutely no confusion. Part 2. Calculate the average speed of the train and give its units. In this case, we don't need to rearrange the equation, as speed is already the subject, so we can simply go ahead and substitute in the values and then complete the calculation. As we have used kilometres and minutes, the unit must be kilometres per minute. It is fine to have converted the kilometres and minutes to a different unit, e.g. 5 kilometres could be 5,000 metres. 15 minutes could be 900 seconds. However, this won't gain any extra marks, and it takes time. The important thing here is to use final units that matches the values that you are putting in. If this answer space here had dictated the type of unit it wanted, then you would have had to make the appropriate conversion. For example, if it had wanted metres per minute, we would have had to convert the kilometres into metres and use the time in minutes. However, here we have the option, so let's not make any hard work for ourselves. Part 3. The maximum speed of the train must be higher than the value you have calculated. Explain why. Here we have to explain an observation and relate our explanation to the question. It is an average speed because at times the train will have been going faster and other times it will be going slower. However, it has asked us specifically why the maximum speed must be greater than the value calculated. This means that there must be points at which the train is going slower. As it is stopping at stations A and B, it must be travelling slower as it arrives into the stations and when it leaves. So let's answer this by first stating the obvious. 1. It is an average speed, so the speed is not always constant. 2. It slows down approaching the stations and when leaving them. 3. So the speed in between the stations must be greater than the average. It is the second 2 points that really gets the mark, because this is where you have given the explanation and related it to the question. However, it's always worth stating the obvious. That's the end of the exam question. Let's move on to the next video to see what specification point 1.4 has to offer.